To our featured match from yesterday's BT Premiership 1, the game between the top two in the table, Boroughmuir and Melrose. Well, the Greenyard side fielding the first 15, which defeated Hoyk last weekend, and once again seeing prop Richard Higgins in at lock. Logan Kirisome on the wing. He scored last week, the side skipper by Bruce Ruthven. Boroughmuir captained by Ben Fisher, and with the return of Chris Cussiter at scrum half. Lock Alistair Strakosh teaming up with Nathan Pike in the second row. Ian Paxton and Sean Lineen's men going into the match undefeated at home so far this season. And before the match got underway, a minute's silence in respect of those who lost their lives in the Bally bomb blast. The referee was Matt Stevenson from Stirling County. Match commentator for Scott Sport, Richie Gray.
Well in again by Scott Lawson. Melrose could do to hit these drives with a little bit more power. And must look after ball. Well stolen again by Stuart Reid into the hands of Cussiter. Taken up the middle by Boroughmuir. That's good play. Put across to number 11, Rory Cooper. Cooper stays on his feet well. Is he going to go all the way? And Cooper does. Well, where was the defence there for Melrose? Cooper goes in for try number 1. Okay, well, it was whipped away for Chris Cussiter. Good hands. Brought down the middle there. Infield by Boroughmuir. Good play again. Into the hands of Clapperton. And then Rory Cooper, well, he had it all to do. And Jeff Caldwell is no slouch at all, but he steps inside him well. Scott Ruthven falls off the tackle. Cooper powers his way through. And it's try number 1 for Boroughmuir. Good score. Back in the hands of Graham Thompson. Good long spin pass. Casey Mitchell puts the boot on it again. Well taken by Warnock. And Stephen Bryers runs it back at the Melrose defence. And gets through the first tackle. Here he goes again, Bryers. He's an elusive runner, and Melrose are falling off tackles at the moment, left, right and centre. They must get this sorted out. And it looks like Cusser's just picked the ball up. Just stopped short 2 or 3 metres. Boroughmuir piling in here to get the ball away. Back into the hands of 12, Lindsay Graham. Well moved on again. Well, it's a line-up again. If Rory Cooper can go in, he must be 2 metres short. Good support. And number 2, Davy Cunningham, crashes over for try number 2. Well, Melrose at the moment are at 6 and 7s in defence. Some great run in rugby. Here we go again. Well whipped away. It was good turnover ball again from Boroughmuir. Well through the hands. Rory Cooper, you can see him just coming into your shot now. Does well. Picks it up. Caldwell puts the tackle in. Cooper keeps the ball alive, and that's great support play for Davy Cunningham, the hooker. Well picked up there. It's bubbling around in the Melrose line out though. And Matt Stevenson, look, he's seen something there. Yep, penalising. And this will allow Melrose, I would think, either have a shot at goal or they might stick it into the corner. Takes his time. Hits it well. Has it got the length? Yes, it has. There's the first 3 points of the afternoon to Melrose through the boot of Scott Ruthven. Nice shift, and there's men out here for Boroughmuir if they can shift it. They decide to take it in one more time. Another phase of play. Well, there's Stuart Reid. Alistair Strakosh battles on again. The Scottish Institute of Sport player. Chris Cussiter has the ball in his hand. Dangerous man. Number 10, Ali Warnock breaks the cover this time. Where's he going to put it? Back inside to Ben Fisher. Ben Fisher's got options all over. That's a great bit of play. Number 2, Dave Cunningham, goes in again for try number 2, Cunningham. Well, he certainly had a supporting role today for Boroughmuir, and the big fella's delighted with that one. Well, here it goes, another great bit of breakout play. Chris Cussiter just finds Warnock. Warnock turns it into the other hand. A good pass you'll see in here. He just takes Scott Ruthven out of the game. Ben Fisher charges on now. He's got options left, right and centre here. One-handed play, great skills by Fisher. Dave Cunningham shows the dummy. Jeff Caldwell's left, and it's try time for Boroughmuir. Can he steal here? No, Melrose not even electing to even have a shot at the Boroughmuir park. Boroughmuir looking tight here. They're going to try and rumble this one over the Melrose line. Well, Melrose going to have to watch here because they're all at 2s and 3s, and over they go. It looks like it's number 1, Raman Matheson, goes over for the 4th try this afternoon. Well taken again by Boroughmuir. It's going to be catch and drive here. Melrose are going to have to look out. Trying their best to bring it down, Melrose, I would think. Boroughmuir keep it up. Keep the ball off the deck, and it's still in there. Chris Cussiter just marshalling things. It's back in the hands of the 9 now. Into the hands of Ali Warnock. 12 to 13, well, it's a simple crash, and Malcolm Clapperton goes in right off the back of Lindsay Graham's tremendously weighted pass, and you can see him there, big smile all over his face. He's absolutely delighted, Clapperton. He won't score an easier try than that all season. Good hit by Boroughmuir. Ramin Matheson, Dave Cunningham, Murray Driver. Murray Driver, the prop this side, number 3. Possibly the man with the best credentials on the park. Ex-Super 12 Otago Highlanders player. There he is there. The skinhead and the goatee beard. Formidable looking figure. Well picked up again by Cussiter. Taken in, nice little run around there for Ben Fisher. It looks like Fisher could go all the way. He stopped about a metre short. Cussiter's in there again. This is quick ball for Boroughmuir. And over he goes. Well, it's simple stuff. Number 15, Stevie Bryars for Boroughmuir. This is a walk in the park this afternoon for the Boroughmuir players. It was a good scrum from Boroughmuir, picked up by Cussiter. It was a second wave. The run around came from Ben Fisher. Ben Fisher, I thought, was going to go all the way himself. We stopped about a metre short, back through the hands, and Bryars over for the try. And there you go again, Boroughmuir. Put pressure on it, and Cussiter's going to go himself this time. 3 or 4 metres short, well picked up again by Reid. Does he make the try line? Knocked forward, well, he's not happy with that one. But again, a great bit of individual brilliance there from Chris Cussiter. It was a pick up and go, and he's a dangerous player in and around the tight area, Cussiter. Sniping little scrum half. 3 metres short, Stuart Reid was on his shoulder, and Reid just knocked the ball on as he went over the line. David Cunningham to hit his man. Alistair Strokosh does the dummy. Well, it bobbles about there, but Stuart Reid does well to pick it up. Ball still on the floor. It's ruck ball. Cussiter whips it away again to Warnock. What's going to happen this time? Nice show and go. Well, number 12, Lindsay Graham, goes in. An replication of just the first try scored in the half. Here he goes. Nice show and go by Warnock, little pop, and it's straight up the middle for Lindsay Graham. And again, where was the Melrose defence as Graham goes in behind the sticks? Stepping left, stepping right. On a plate again, in it comes. Got to watch the ball that's been turned over, but I think Matt Stevenson will bring it back. No advantage at all. Offside there, and Boroughmuir will take the tap and go. Yes, they do. And well, Melrose are caught sleeping again, and we'll see who gets up last here. It looks like Ramin Matheson. The tap and go by Rory Cooper, and Matheson was right in his shoulder, and really 3 or 4 metres, perfect distance. Chris Cussiter, good hands again, good length of pass from Cussiter. The run around, nobody takes it. The number 12, Lindsay Graham, just goes on his own, and he's got 19 outside him. Tyrone Anderson, well, you won't get any easier than that this afternoon. Tyrone Anderson there, good score. Well, on he went. First of all, number 12, Lindsay Graham, just took on the world himself. It all came from a run around, and Lindsay Graham just kept the ball. Nice speed, good time pass to Tyrone Anderson, right in underneath the posts. So it's Wayne Mitchell here to throw in for Melrose. Good young player, played a lot of age group rugby in the Borders, finds his man. Melrose try the run round the front. Number 7, Alec Clark, fits it back into Mitchell again. Mitchell bulldozes on. Well whipped away. Taken on again by Melrose. They must have quick ball. Now Casey Mitchell can do something with this. As Ruthven sees the line, and Ruthven's going to go for it himself. Well, it's as easy as that for Melrose, but maybe too late now. Well, it was taken away there by Thompson. Good options by Mitchell. He had a look. Ruthven came in, ran wide. The defence had been sucked in. Ruthven had to still finish it off, which he did well. And the first try of the afternoon for Melrose, but too late.
I'm very happy. Ian Paxton told us to tighten up in the front five today, and we certainly did. We got a lot of ball out to the backs, and to have the game wrapped up by half time is unbelievable. We're hoping just to beat Melrose today, but get the bonus point, which is extra special.
Okay, Gary, explain that one.
Yeah, it's hard to explain. I mean, if you're not going to tackle, you're not going to win games. And Boroughmuir they're a good side, but if you give them as much space and time and miss as many tackles as we did today, you're going to be punished. And there's no complaints. It's just disappointing because we're not a bad side. But on that evidence today, you look as though you're a bottom of the table side, and it's not worth analysing. It's not worth taking too much out of it. Just look at the simple thing like defence and then move on.
Well, we are going to analyse, and we'll hear from Sean Lineen here in the studio after this break. But remember to get your emails and text messages into us at the addresses on the screen now. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Welcome back to Scott Sport. Before we look back at yesterday's Boroughmuir Melrose match with Sean Lineen, let's just confirm the other results in yesterday's BT Premiership Division 1. Hoyk winning at Aberdeen, Hawks losing to the improving Curry, Heriots winning at Peebles, and Stirling County thumping Jed. And a look at the table tells us surely that Boroughmuir are going to win this championship, but I wonder if Sean Lineen will admit that this afternoon. Sean?
The old cliche, game at a time, It's a long season, we're there to be shot at, but it was a wonderful performance today. Absolutely delighted for the players. They really gave a good performance.
Yeah, we saw Melrose beating Hoyk last weekend on Scott Sport, so we really expected a much closer game.
I think the players for this one, we haven't beaten Melrose in the league for a number of years now, and only beat them in the cup. So the guys knew, especially the front five, who were absolutely outstanding. It's in the front row, David Cunningham and Roman Matheson both getting 2 scores each, and they really took it to Melrose, and we just showed we have got a front five that can compete with any team in the league.
9 tries, let's see 4 of the best, starting with Rory Cooper's try.
It was absolutely fantastic here. Stuart Reid rips the ball out, a quick pass from Chris Cussiter. James Riley fends off, gets the pass away quickly. We're always looking to run into space, and Rory Cooper going on the outside, cutting back in, well, keeping hold of the ball and just tucking it under, and just about lost that. Have to watch that, but no, it was a great try.
Running into space as opposed to running at men.
Well, that's right. That's what we've been aiming. Gary Parker talks about the defence not being up to scratch, but we didn't run players. We were looking to run at space, and David Cunningham there, that's a second try. Great dummy. He enjoyed that one.
You must be pleased that the tries are coming from so many different areas of the team.
Yeah, it all clicked. I mean, we haven't been happy the last 3 or 4 weeks, and there was a reason for that, because the phases weren't coming, continuity wasn't there. And I think especially that there's another great try for Lindsay Graham.
Yeah.
Straight through the middle there. But the players now realise that they can play at another level, and we just hope it's not a one-off. That's the level we're now at, and every team's going to raise their game against us, so we've got to be up there as well.
I think Tyrone Anderson goes over for this one.
Yeah, Lindsay Graham had an outstanding game. All the players did. I mean, you'd pick out the front 3 really. I mean, they really took it to the front 3 of Melrose in the scrums. Our line-out was good, and an all-round good team performance.
What about Chris Custer? He was back for you yesterday. He'd been away with the Borders last week.
Yeah, he's an important cog in the wheel, no doubt about that. He gets the ball away very quickly. He's very combative, that's for sure. He likes to mix it with the forwards, and crucial to us, as is Alistair Warnock at number 10, who I thought ran the show really well. And
it's Hoyk next week, Sean, and then you'll have played everyone.
Yeah, Hoyk, we lost the league down there last year in atrocious conditions. No complaints, we did lose it, and the players have to make sure they start the game well. We woke up at half-time in that game last season. It was too late, and an important game, and we can have a breather for round 2.
You must be thinking you've got this title wrapped up. You must be thinking.
No, absolutely no way. You just can't do that, not in this league, because we've won 3 or 4 games, very, very close fought games, and teams can trip us up, there's no doubt about it. So we've just got to make sure we do take the proverbial game at a time, and just try and play that type of rugby week in, week out.
But the players must be full of confidence, Sean.
Yep, well, they enjoyed it, the big smile on their face. A few of the players afterwards were thinking I was going to go home and have a quiet night, but I think there'll be a few sore heads this morning. I've got one of them.
And you were fidgeting about with the training last week, weren't you?
Yeah, that's right. Packy took the backs on Tuesday night, and I took the forwards for a bit of role reversal, and it seemed to work. But I had a bit extra Pavlova last night to celebrate.
Going to stick with that then?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. Okay, let's just take a look at next weekend's fixtures. We've mentioned one of them, and there will be pictures of Hoyk Boroughmuir on Scott Sport next Sunday. No surprise there. But our featured rugby next weekend will be coming from the Celtic League. A huge game on Friday night sees Glasgow at home to Connacht. That will be our featured match on Scott Sport next Sunday. Edinburgh play host to Neath, and Borders travel to Newport for their match on Saturday. Pictures from both of those games on Scott Sport as well next weekend. Huge match for Glasgow, isn't it?
It is. You've got to win your home games, there's no doubt. You have to win your home games, and Calvin Howells was at the game yesterday and having a chat with him. after the game, and he was saying how hard training has been over the last few weeks at Glasgow. And no days off, and they've worked very hard, but the coaches are getting it right, because it was a great result at the weekend against Sale, and you've got to win your home matches. Yeah,
let's have a look at those two pools as we resume the Celtic League next weekend. And looking at Pool A, Sean, Edinburgh in a very strong position.
Yeah, I think it'll be a little boot up the backside after losing today in the Cup.
Disappointing result today, wasn't it, the Heineken?
Result, yeah, but they'll bounce back, and I think they've got Neath. I think it's Neath they're playing next week, so a big game for them. They have to get back on the rails very quickly. Yeah,
and just to look at Pool B, and that's the predicament Glasgow are in. They really need a victory to get a home quarter-final.
Yeah, Connacht as well. They're very strong. They seem to be doing wonders. Eric Elwood at number 10 is a crucial player for them. But Glasgow can do it. They've got a great crowd, over 5,000 people at the game, at the Sale game, so that's fantastic. They've got a good support.
Yeah, let's just go back to today's. We haven't seen, obviously, today's Heineken Cup match, but Edinburgh will be very disappointed with that result.
Yeah, so you've got to win your home games, but to get maybe one away win, but they will be disappointed. And by all accounts, it was a bit of a thrashing down there as well, so they're going to have to get back on it. I'm sure Todd Blackadder and his men will not let it slip.
And as you were hinting earlier, Glasgow had a real tough week in training, didn't they? And they were licked into shape for Friday night.
Yeah, Calvin was telling me how sore his stomach is, all the press-ups and sit-ups that they've been doing over the last couple of weeks. And yeah, they're very fit, they're very focused, and you know, I'd expect them to win next week.
Okay, Sean, thanks very much indeed. That's about it for our rugby coverage this weekend. Football coming up after the break. And remember to keep your messages coming for the forum as well. Stuart Cosgrove and Ewan Graham with me in the studio for that. Still plenty more to come.